Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Vaccinations, diapers, regular doctor visits. These are just a few of the very important things that parents consider when it comes to caring for and protecting their kids. But there's one very important thing that many of us neglect. What is it and why do we need it? Paul Marjorie is back from Marjorie Law, LLC with more of an explanation on why all families need this. And it is
a will.
A will.
Yep.
It sounds boring. And you know what I also think? It sounds like something we don't want to think about.
No, nobody ever wants to think about the end of their life. It's not a fun thing to think about, but it's a responsible thing to think about. Every young family has to have a will, and that's there to protect your children. I mean, that's the most important thing in our lives. We also need to protect the parents, and that's with a healthcare power of attorney and a financial or a durable power of attorney. You know, every day we have an obligation to our kids to make the best decisions for them, to take care of them, to provide for them. And if you died suddenly without a will, you're not going to be able to do that.
Well, I think that's so important because we spend so much time. I mean, we sometimes make fun of it or joke about how stressful it is with working out their summer plans and their camps and their tutors at school or helping them get their driver's license. I mean, it starts earlier than that. But the thing is, we should put at least that much consideration into who might be taking care of them if something happens to us, right?
Yep,
because there might be some people who'd want to raise them that maybe wouldn't be your first choice.
Sure. Well, if you don't have a will, you're going to have two incredible problems. The first is who's going to raise your kids. Now, without a will, the state's going to decide that for you. Now, maybe there's someone in your family you certainly wouldn't want the kids to go to. Maybe you've won the family lottery and everyone's so awesome, but do you really want them fighting over the kids? I've had clients who said, you know what, I want my guardian for my kids to be my best friend. Well, if you don't have that in a will, it's not going to happen.
What if, for example, someone picks their grandparents but they're very young at the time they write their will? Is it something that you revisit over the course of time?
Absolutely. You know, I always tell my clients that we're not making the forever plan. You know, what's the best decision today? What makes the most sense right now? I tell my clients to review it, their will every couple of years and just say, you know, is this still the right person? Is this still the right decision I'd make? And if it's not, it's an easy change to make. But the main thing is that you've taken the steps to do the right thing for your kids. Right,
and it's a good point that what sounds like a great plan right now might be a little different 5 years from now. In terms of powers of attorney, it sounds like a very important thing. And your power of attorney is not something that you're giving to another lawyer. It's something that you give to someone that you trust, right?
Sure. So, you know, again, the will is protecting the kids, but if something happens to you, statistics are going to say you're going to get sick or you're going to get incapacitated at some time. So if you can't make your medical decisions, if you can't run your life, talk to your employer, your insurance company, your financial advisor, me, your lawyer, you've got to have those powers of attorney. You know, the goal for that is to take care of the parents, get them back where they need to be so that they can get back into the family, taking care of the kids. You know, it's part of the circle. Important
stuff. And I know you can help people talk through maybe too. Somebody might say, hey, this is the person I want to have power of attorney. And you might talk through some things that maybe would get them thinking that maybe somebody else would be better to be appointed for that position. In terms of the right time, and I think this is one of the most important things that we can get across to people, because I think a lot of people think it's something when we get older. It's for old people to write a will because then they have an estate and they have a lot of money and they're thinking about more the end of life.
And I would argue, you know, the complete opposite. It is all about your kids. You need to be able to take care of them if you're not here. So there is no wrong time to do it. You know, the time is now. An exercise I do with my clients, you know, I tell them to close their eyes. And I know this is kind of heavy early in the morning after Cute Animals were just on, you know.
It's all right,
but
it's important.
Picture your own funeral. You know, picture your friends, your family there.
See, what I see is people weeping, like gnashing of teeth.
If you've got a plan in place, sure, there's going to be some tears, but there's going to be some reassuring hugs. They know the family's going to be okay. They're reminiscing. It's a celebration of your life. Now, if you don't, and I've been there, you're going to have the opposite. You're going to have a funeral full of worry, anxiety, fear, because...
And possibly fighting.
What's going to happen to the kids? You know, you hear the comment, oh, that poor family. Do you want that for your own? I don't think so.
It's a great point. If you don't have kids, is a will still important?
Absolutely, because there's someone in your life that you care about, and there's someone in your life that you want to take care of. And without it, it's never going to happen. No one's going to be your advocate.
And it's such an important thing, and you said this before about directing who has your money, because if you don't direct who's going to have it, it could go to the government even, right?
Yep, it's going to go everywhere except where you wanted it to go.
It's a great point. Great conversation to have, and I know people can easily get in touch with you, have a private conversation, ask some of these important questions. Maybe you don't have a will, you've always known that you need one. Talk it out, get some answers. Here's the phone number to call to get in touch with Paul. It's 414-254-4784 or marjorielaw.com. It's MARGERIE law.com. Always great to talk to you.
Thanks
Thank you so
back.
much.